much. In other news tonight, coaches and players ready for the baseball and softball seasons, but one important position on the field may be a little harder to find this year.
That's right. Some teams are having a difficult time finding umpires. News 8's Cody Adams joins us now to tell us a little bit more about the shortage and the effect that it's having on the game. Cody.
Yeah, Phil, you know all about this with your son playing baseball, and a lot of families are dealing with this. You can't play the games without the umpires on the field, obviously. High schools and organizations, in some cases, being forced to play games with just one official on the field, and in other cases, reschedule or cancel altogether.
I sat down this morning putting all my spreadsheets and uploading them into our scheduling system, and I'm sitting there scratching my head because I don't have enough guys to cover what we've got.
Dave McComb is the umpire-in-chief in Indiana for the United States Specialty Sports Association. He's in charge of scheduling umpires for every travel league game across the state. He says the difficulty to find umpires is growing, and that worries him for the game's sake.
We try to work a two-man system, and there are on occasion that because of that shortage, we may end up only going to one. The quagmire you run into there is it's billed as a two-umpire system, and the teams end up kind of getting cheated, if you will. And I use that word tongue-in-cheek.
It's not just a problem in travel ball. According to officials with the IHSAA, they're having a hard time finding umpires for high school games as well, causing some games to be rescheduled. Dave says it's unfair to the kids.
I would hate to think that this was happening, but it's always a possibility that the frustration level would set in and then kids just don't participate anymore. And after all, baseball, it's, all-American sport. And it would be a very, very sad thing to see those numbers diminish.
The IHSAA is working to solve their issue. Next week, they'll be presenting an idea to the National Federation of State High Schools to help combat the national shortage. In working with the Indiana Department of Education, they hope to offer a high school elective course to get students certified as umpires. They would then be able to officiate lower-level games. Dave says the abuse officials take from the fans play a big role in the shortage.
You can go on any of the social media, and you'll see videos of referees and umpires and all officials really take a beating sometimes.
Despite the shortage, Dave will keep working to get umpires because of the joy it brings the kids.
When you see that 8-year-old face, there's nothing like it. When he lights up, there is nothing like it. And it never gets old. It never gets old.
Dave tells me he's currently working on a schedule for 230 games across the state. He needs roughly 95 to 100 umpires and isn't sure if he'll reach that number. If you're interested in becoming an umpire, you can find more information on our website in the As Seen on Wish TV section. Cody Adams, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Cody.